Hi, I'm Ellen from the Chili Dog, and today I am reaching into my proverbial mailbag to answer a question from my blog. Hi, maybe you can help me. I've got a lot of scrap pieces of wool and want to make dryer balls with it, but it's not 100% wool. Is it really necessary to use 100% wool, or can you use any kind of fiber that you can crochet around to form a ball? Also, why exactly do you need wool except that it's an all-natural way to go? Thanks, Retha. Well, thank you, Retha. Those are some great questions. The short answer is yes, you really do need to use 100% wool. Before we get to the long answer, let's talk a little bit about what dryer balls are. Dryer balls are a more eco-friendly, less chemically alternative to using dryer sheets and fabric softener. I actually have a small set of dryer balls for my lighter loads of laundry, and some larger dryer balls for heavier loads like my towels and blankets and such. So here's how they work. Dryer balls are very dense and heavy. When your dryer gets going, they start bouncing all around. As they bounce, they push your laundry apart. This prevents you from getting wads of clothes, and it also spreads your clothes apart so there's more surface area exposed to the heat. Theoretically, this would make your clothes dry a little bit faster. Also, if you like the flowery scent that comes with fabric sheets and fabric softener, you can drop on a few little drops of essential oils onto your dryer balls, and gradually that scent would diffuse into your laundry. So, I said that they work because of their density. They get their density because of the microscopic structure of wool. Wool fiber has tiny little scales all over it. So when wool is exposed to heat and water and agitation, those little scales all grip onto each other, and the wool compacts down and it felts and it gets smaller and smaller and tighter. So it shrinks in size while retaining the same mass, so there's more density. Now, Retha asked about using blended fibers, like perhaps a wool and nylon. You can't really use those to make dryer balls, and here's why. Wool that is combined with other fibers generally has the scales removed, so there's nothing to felt or very little to felt. You know that the scales have been removed from wool in the yarn you buy when you look at the label. If you look at the label and the yarn says that it's superwash, it means it's undergone that process to descale the wool, so it's less likely to felt. Also, cellulose fibers like cotton and linen and man-made fibers like acrylic and nylon don't have the scales. And if they don't have the scales, as it's heated and wet and agitated, it just can't felt because those scales aren't there to grip around each other. So, in summary, use wool for dryer balls and make sure that it is not blended and that it's not superwash, or your dryer balls won't felt. So thank you so much for your question, Retha. I really appreciate it. And if you have a question that you'd like me to answer in a future episode, make sure to leave it in the comments below. Now understand, I cannot answer every question individually, but I may choose yours for an upcoming episode. Until next time, happy knitting!